Welcome to Houston, Texas, Hyena Den Park Stadium, where today we will decide the Western Conference seeding. We have a matchup tonight between the Oklahoma City Renegades and the Houston Hyenas. Once again, we will decide the Western Conference seeding for the playoffs coming up next week. My name is Eric Vinson. I will be your play-by-play commentator for this evening. Great to have you guys along. We will get you guys set up for the coin toss coming at you from midfield.
How you doing?
We're ready for you. Gentlemen, please make your call. Give us heads. It is tails.
We'll kick.
The Hyenas have won the toss and select a kick.
So the Hyenas will kick the ball off to start the game. Now, while we have this game going on, we also have the two other games that are going to be deciding the rest of the Western Conference this evening. Houston kicks off. Let's go. Oklahoma City will field it from inside the 15-yard line, bringing it to the 29-yard line, and that's where Joseph Redfeather and his offense will take over. As I was mentioning, we do have two other games going on for you guys right now. We will try and keep you guys updated in the chat. Keep it right here on YouTube and keep everything in the chat right here. We will try and keep you updated. Joseph Redfeather is going to be in the shotgun. Two wide receivers towards the bottom of the screen. He will hand it off to Pete Brewski, who will get no yards. In fact, lose a yard. Matthew Boozer in on the stop. And we'll get a look at the Oklahoma City offense here. As I mentioned, Joseph Redfeather and Pete Brewski, your quarterback and running back. Tiberius Bovine is your tight end. Julian Wieland and Caleb Hamby are your wide receivers. Remy Piper is the other tight end. Brewski gets another handoff up the middle for about 4. On the other side of the ball, Houston lines up like this on defense. John De La Rosa and Brandon Allen are your corners. Matthew Boozer at linebacker. Marcus Jones at defensive end. Kanye Rockefeller and Dominique Porter are the safeties. 3rd and 6 for Oklahoma City. Redfeather, deep pass towards the right-hand side. Wide open, caught. Down to the 36-yard line, and that's Julian Wieland, I believe. Snuck past his one-on-one coverage and is able to make the big catch for the first down. First and 10 for Oklahoma City. Hand off to Brewski. Brewski cannot get out of his own backfield. Going to lose 3 on the play. Boozer in there on the stop. For Houston, it is simple this evening. Win, and they are in. If they happen to lose tonight, they will need some help. We'll get to that here in a second. Redfeather under center. Handed off to Brewski again. Brewski has gone nowhere this evening. Boozer with another tackle early on this drive. If Houston loses, they will need LA to lose this evening in order to get in, and they will be the number 4 seed. If they lose and LA wins, they will be eliminated. Redfeather drops back to pass on 3rd down. That's going to be incomplete. Looks like it was dropped by Bovine out there. Tiberius Bovine had some space out there. Was not able to hang on, so that brings up 4th and long. We'll see if Oklahoma City wants to kick a field goal. Nope, instead they will send out the punting unit. And they'll kick it away to Corey Jones, who fair catches it at the 14-yard line, and that's where Houston will take over on offense. Still nothing on both of the other games going on over on Rabbit right now. Be sure to check Discord for the links. Cody Cantrell lines up with 4 wide receivers for his first drive on offense. Short drop over to the left-hand side. Cam Michael knocks that down. Could have easily been a pick 6. It was a dangerous pass by Cody Cantrell. On offense, the Hyenas will have Deion Hawkins in the backfield along with Cody Cantrell at quarterback. D.R. Sim and Greg Corky are your wide receivers. Corey Jones is the kick returner and the third wide receiver, and Jamari Mito is your tight end. 2nd and 10 for Houston. Hand off to Deion Hawkins. Not able to slip out of that first tackle there. And he'll pick up 3 yards on the play. On defense, Isaac Holt and Cam Michael are your corners. Ethan Hamby is down in the trenches at defensive end. Cole Irvine at linebacker. Billy Joe Casper and Tank Savage are your safeties for the Renegades. 3rd down and 7. Cody Cantrell, deep drop over to the left-hand side. That's caught by D.R. Sim. 1st down. That's Greg Corky with the catch. And that keeps the drive going here. And over on Rabbit, it looks like Vegas has just put their first points on the board, so it's 3-0 Las Vegas over Alaska. As Cantrell takes the snap, short pass over the middle, that's caught. 4-yard gain. For Alaska, I believe they can get the number 1 seed, yes, with a win and if Dallas loses this evening. Cody Cantrell has a short drop, plenty of time in the pocket, throws over to the left-hand side, that's a 1st down. Pass over the middle was caught by Corky. And that gives Houston a 1st and 10 as we get another look at the play. Linebacker was not able to keep up with Corky on the one-on-one coverage. And he was able to slip by for a decent gain. 1st and 10 from the 44 for Houston. Over to the right-hand side is a swing pass to Hawkins. Hawkins able to get out almost the 1st down yardage. Wrapped up on the play by Tank Savage. And it'll be 2nd and very, very short.
Right. 2nd and inches from the Renegade 45
2nd and inches from the 46 of OKC. Handoff to Hawkins. He makes 1st down yardage. However, there is a penalty flag on the play. We'll see what the call is over there.
Face mask, number 54.
And it looks like it's a 5-yard face mask, which the Hyenas will accept. They'll go ahead and tack that on. Over in Dallas, Dallas is within scoring position on the LA 19 with a 1st down. Still 3-0 Vegas over in Las Vegas. Cody Cantrell with a short drop. He's going to swing it over to Hawkins, who loses a yard on the play. not able to stay in bounds, and Hawkins will bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11.
Cantrell will have 2 backs in the backfield with 2 wide receivers. Cantrell, plenty of time in the pocket, over the middle, almost picked off. That was tipped away by one of the linebackers, intended for Corky. And Romberg could have easily had an interception on that one.
Third and 11 from the Renegades.
3rd and 11 for Houston. They'll need a little bit more yardage to get within field goal range. 5 wideouts for Cantrell, who's in the gun. Cantrell avoids the pressure, slings it over to the left-hand side, and throws it out of bounds. Sensed the pressure and just threw it away wisely. And the Houston Hyenas will play field position here and punt it away.
Your Hyenas have selected the punt. Number 20 is deep to receive.
Meanwhile, it looks like Mike Davis has just scored on a handoff over in Dallas. That brings the score to 6-0 pending the extra point. Oklahoma City fair catches at the 12-yard line, and that's where they'll take over.
First and 10 from the Renegades. 14-yard line.
From the 12-yard line, Red Feather is going to have 4 wide receivers. Some pressure quick up the middle there. Throws it over the middle to Piper. Remy Piper gets about 6 yards. And he's a little slow to get up, but he looks like he's good to go.
Second and 4.
Good to see some of you guys in the chat. Colin Northrup, Dwayne Schindler, Mark Chisholm, Greg Morris, Jamon Simeon. Thanks for coming out, guys. I know it's going to be a great one tonight here in the Western Conference as Brewski gets first down yardage. As he takes a handoff straight up the middle there, slipping out of 1 tackle before being brought down.
First and 10.
Over in Vegas, it looks like Alaska has just scored. So that score is now 7-3 in favor of the Storm. Red Feather is going to sling it over to the left-hand side. That's caught. Tiberius Bovine gets out to the 49-yard line. And what a catch for the big tight end, and that sets up a first down. Into Houston territory comes the Renegades. First down. Red Feather under center with a short drop, slings it over the middle there. And that's caught for a 4-yard gain. Hamby there with the short catch. And that brings up 2nd and 6. From the 44, Red Feather is going to hand it off to Brewski. Brewski makes it out to the 42 for a gain of 3. Matthew Boozer in on the stop once again. 3rd down and 3. Defensive struggle so far between these two teams. We'll see who can break free first. Red Feather. Over the middle, caught, 1st down. Julian Whelan with the catch, and that brings up a 1st and 10 from the 34 for the Renegades. Extra defensive backs on the field for the Hyenas as Red Feather drops back to pass again. He's going to sling it to the right. Toe drag swag caught by Wheeland. 1st down yardage. Out to the 23. And we get another look at the instant replay. Let's look at that right there. There it is. The toe drag swag. Red Feather is in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Going to check it down to his tight end for a 3-yard gain. Excuse me, no, that's one of the running backs. 2nd and 7, gain of 3 on the play. Two wide receivers towards the top of the screen. We've got Brewski in the backfield. He'll take the handoff and gets about nothing. As you get a look there, the Houston defense has held him in check. The gold running back for the Renegades has not gotten much on the ground so far this evening. 3rd and 6, Houston on their feet here. Red Feather drops back to pass deep over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking for Hamby over the middle. Might have had a 1st down and more. But it was a dangerous pass. Houston defended it well. And that'll bring on the field goal unit for Oklahoma City. A 37-yard field goal. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is away. And it is good. Officially 36 yards for the Renegades. On the foot of Kevin Epstein. And as we get another look at the other games, looks like Dallas is out to a 14-0 lead in their game and a 10-7 lead for Vegas out west. Oklahoma City kicks off. Corey Jones fields it inside his 15. He'll bring it up the middle to about the 28-yard line where he'll be met by the Oklahoma City special teams. Fourteenth pick on the year for Troy LaShaw, which is still an SFL record. He keeps breaking the record book. Both of those games just about to finish up with the first quarter, just like here in Houston. Cantrell, plenty of time, tries to avoid the pressure, avoids one tackler, is not going to get away from the other. Sacked on the play. 9-yard loss, and that'll bring up 2nd and forever. Cantrell just took too long in the pocket there, had to make a decision, and just made it too late. Too little, too late.
2nd and 19. Ball at the 19-yard line.
2nd and a mile for the Hyenas. Cantrell with a short drop. He's going to sling it over to the middle. That's caught for a 1st down. The ever-elusive DR Sim able to give his team 1st down yardage. And that will bring the first quarter to a close here in Houston, Texas. Renegades up top by 3. We'll flip the field and get you set for the second quarter. Cantrell's got 4 wide receivers. He is in the gun with no backs. Short drop. Over to his right. Wide open, caught. Greg Corky's got some room on the right-hand side. Able to make it out to the 18-yard line. And as per usual, both these wide receivers for Houston, Corky and Sim, have made their presence felt on this Oklahoma City defense. Too much of a cushion left there by Isaac Holt, and Corky was able to exploit it. Big gain brings him inside the SFL red zone down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Houston. Hand off to Hawkins. He gets a loss of 1 on the play. Tackle by Romberg. Sets up 2nd and 11. 5 wide receivers for Cantrell. Short drop. Short pass over the middle is caught. It's a 5-yard gain out to the 14. Wrapped up on the play by Cole Irvine. Looks like we got Shan Varner in the chat now. What's going on, Shan? Our commissioner, Cameron Irvine, keeping us up to date on the scores in the other games. Cantrell deep to the right-hand side, tipped away. Isaac Holt played it well this time and was able to knock it down on a crucial 3rd down play for the Renegades. So once again, Houston is going to have to kick a field goal here. Be about a 31-yarder from this distance. High snap, gets it down, kick is away, and it's good, officially from 30 yards. And that evens the score at 3 here in Houston. Over in Vegas, it looks like Alaska is lining up for a field goal to even the score at 10. And they are able to bang that through, so the score is now 10-all out in Vegas. And at the end of the first, Dallas is up by 14 on LA. Oklahoma City brings it out to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll take over on offense for their second possession of the ballgame. First down, Oklahoma City. Brewski in the backfield for Red Feather. He hands it off to Brewski. Not able to get away from the tackle. Makes it out to the 28-yard line for a 3-yard gain. Two wide receivers for Red Feather, who's going to pass. He throws it to the left, wide open, caught, first down. Whelan makes the catch once again, out to the 37-yard line, sets up Oklahoma City with a first down. Simple little out route. They were not able to cover that. Houston was not able to cover that.
First and 10 from the Renegade, 38 yards.
Red Feather hands it off to Brewski yet again. Brewski sidesteps one tackle, sidesteps another. Makes it out to the 44 for a 6-yard gain.
6 yards on the play. Number 24 with the tackle.
As we tick towards the 8-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Second and 3.
Once again, Houston, all they have to do is win, and they are in. As Red Feather avoids pressure deep over the middle, knocked down. He had Bovine by a step. If he had just lofted it a little bit further, he might have had him, but Dominique Porter is able to knock it down, made a great play there. As he was definitely beat on the play. Sets up a 3rd and short. Third down and 4 for Oklahoma City from their own 44-yard line. Short drop for Red Feather. Over the middle. Caught. First down. Hamby. And Red Feather is once again having a very efficient performance. 9 of 12 for 109 yards so far through the air.
First and 10.
Red Feather's under center this time. He will pass again. Caught for a gain of 6. Wheeland with the catch once again.
Second and 3. Ball at the 38
Looks like Dallas has increased their lead to 17-0 over in Dallas. Not too far from here. Oklahoma City gets first down yardage on the Brewski run, and they'll go a little no huddle here. Red Feather's going to sling it out to Brewski, who only gets about 2 yards. Actually, they'll give him about 4 after the forward progress. And they'll go no huddle again. Short drop again, over the middle, caught. Another short gain, this time by Hamby, sets up 3rd and 3. From the 26, Red Feather. Over to the right, incomplete. He had Wheeland out there, but he could not find him. Sets up a 4th and short. And Oklahoma City will once again have to send on their field goal unit. This will be a 43-yarder. Kick is away, and it is good, officially from 42. And that's the second field goal of the night for Oklahoma City. And they increased their lead by 3. If the Sharks lose tonight, the Hyenas are in the playoffs. And as it stands right now, that's what it looks like is happening, as Dallas is up by 17 in the second quarter. As Epstein kicks off, Corey Jones fields it from inside his 10. Brings it out to the 34-yard line. And Cody Cantrell and company will come out once again. Cantrell will pass deep over the middle into triple coverage, and it's picked off. Cam Michael with the interception. Looking for DR Sim, and that was a dangerous throw by Cody Cantrell, and he has been known to do that. Cam Michael, right place, right time, is able to make the pick. And Oklahoma City trying to play spoiler to these Hyenas. As Red Feather drops back to pass deep over the left-hand side, tipped and incomplete. He was looking for Hamby over there. Not able to reel in the catch in double coverage, and that brings up second down from the 47. Red Feather under center. He will pass again. Avoids the pressure. Could have easily been an interception by De La Rosa. No, excuse me, that's Dominique Porter coming up from his safety spot. That was a dangerous pass. Had a guy open for a second, but Porter closed in on that quick. And that's going to be third down. We'll see if Oklahoma City can capitalize on the Cam Michael interception. Third and 10. Red Feather short drop, steps up, incomplete. Could have possibly been a fumble on that play, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass. As Red Feather just needed to get rid of that. So that'll bring up fourth down, and Oklahoma City will have to punt. High snap. Houston comes after it, almost gets there. But Oklahoma City is able to get it away. Corey Jones fields it and will bring it out to the 19-yard line for a short return. Still 17-0 over in Dallas and 10-all in Las Vegas out west.
Let's go.
Cody Cantrell will be under center with two backs and three wide receivers. Short drop over to the left, and that's tipped and incomplete. Cam Michael out there again in coverage. And that was a well-called zone scheme from this Oklahoma City defense, which resulted in the incomplete pass. Second and 10 for the Hyenas. Offset eye for Cantrell. Hands it off to Hawkins. Deion Hawkins has some room up the middle. Able to get a 7-yard gain out to the 26-yard line. If Alaska loses and Dallas wins, Alaska will have the number 2 seed. Dallas will have the number 1. Hand off to Hawkins. First down yardage and more up the middle to the 35-yard line. First down. As we get another look, his fullback leading the way. Great blocking on the play, and that ends up with a first down for Houston. Offset I formation again for Cantrell. He will have a deep pass. Check down to Hawkins. Hawkins taking the long way around, and he'll lose 2 yards on the play. Cole Irvine, Cam Michael, and Tank Savage all in there on the stop. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Second and 12. Ball at 34 yards.
In the gun for Cantrell, 4 wide receivers. He will throw over the middle, caught for a minimal gain. That's Corey Jones. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Hyenas.
Third and 5. From your Hyena, 40 yards.
Cantrell's numbers not flashy so far. Plenty of time to correct it as we tick inside 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Cantrell on 3rd down. Deep pass over the left-hand side. Caught. DR Sib able to bring it out to the 20-yard line. What a pass by Cantrell, just as I'm talking negatively about him. Able to make a great pass, and I'm not sure what Cam Michael was doing on that play. But DR Sim was able to sneak past the coverage and get a big first down into the SFL red zone. We'll see what Houston can do. First down. Cantrell over to the right-hand side. Caught. Greg Corky gets a 5-yard gain. Steps out of bounds.
Gain of 5 on the play. Second and 5.
Cantrell comes up to the line with 2 backs and 3 wide receivers. 3 down linemen for the Renegades. Hand off to Hawkins. Hawkins had some room on the right. Gets yanked down and only gets about 3 yards on the play. So a 3rd and short for the Hyenas. Getting close to the 2-minute warning here. Hawkins gets a handoff, and they will mark him short. I thought he had first down yardage on that play. As we get a look at his numbers on the play, or on the evening. Referees will mark him short, 4th and inches, as we hit the 2-minute warning here in Houston. The hometown Hyenas down 3 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Houston on their feet as their offense is on the field. Cantrell under center with an offset eye, and they jumped off sides. That's a first down and a free play. Hawkins gets the swing pass, able to make it out to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a first down anyway. But it winds up being a free play due to the defense jumping off sides.
Number 72, defense, defending
So the Hyenas will decline it. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Dallas is now up 20-0 over in their game.
Let's go. First and goal.
Just about 4 minutes to go until the first half is done. Cantrell in the I formation. He's going to hand it off to Hawkins. Hawkins sneaks in, through and into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston! Deion Hawkins is able to make himself skinny and sneak through that hole. Gives us our first touchdown of the ball game. Houston will line up for the extra point. Low snap, but the kick is good. It is now a 10-6 ball game in favor of the hometown Hyenas. with just inside 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Alaska has now snuck into the end zone. And pending the extra point, they will take a 17-10 lead out in Vegas. Houston kicks off. Taken at the 10, up the middle, over to the 27-yard line before he's knocked down. Red Feather comes up to the line. He's got 1:48 to work with and all 3 timeouts. We'll see what he can do. Red Feather with a short drop. He's got plenty of time. Over to the right-hand side. Caught. 2 Hyenas were in the area, but it's still caught for a first down by Remy Piper. 1:30 left to go in the half. Red Feather over the middle. Incomplete. They're still going to go no huddle here, even though that was an incomplete pass. Clock stops at 1:27. 2 wide receivers and Brewski in the backfield for Red Feather. He'll pass again. Has time. Over the middle. Intercepted. Kanye Rockefeller with the pick. Oh, excuse me. I believe that was Porter. Dominique Porter. The 1 and the 4 look so similar from where I'm standing. It was Dominique Porter with the big pick on the play. And we'll see if Houston can add to their lead before the half. Cantrell comes to the line with 2 wide receivers. Oklahoma City trying to stifle them before the half. Hawkins will get a short yard gain, about 3 yards. Clock continues to tick as Houston hurries back up to the line. Cantrell will pass, under pressure, throws it deep over the middle, caught! Slips under the tackle, that's Greg Corky into the end zone! He will high step, oh no, and he gets stopped at the 1 yard line! Oh, what was he doing? He could have easily just walked into the end zone and the celebration just stopped him short at the goal line. Oh, Greg Corky. What are you doing, man? Oh my goodness. And that's definitely going to be on the not top 10 for SportsCenter. Great balls of fire. Man. So Houston's now forced to burn a timeout due to Corky's showboating. So now it's 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. Unbelievable. Over to the right hand side, caught but incomplete. Out of bounds on the play. I still can't believe that, folks. That was the craziest thing I have ever seen. Meanwhile, Troy LaShaw gets his 15th interception on the year and returns it for a score. 27-0. Dallas over LA currently. Cantrell has plenty of time, slings it into triple coverage, knocked down, incomplete. I'm not entirely sure why they haven't just handed it off to Hawkins, as he's shown plenty of ability to sneak his way into the end zone. Perhaps they'll do that here in this 3rd and goal from the 1. I formation. Instead, they'll pass again. Over the middle, knocked down again. Unbelievable. So the Greg Corky showboat will result in Houston having to kick a field goal. Instead of surefire 7 points on the board, Houston now has to settle for a field goal. Great play by Cole Irvine, to knock that ball down. And Houston will send their field goal unit out onto the field. A chip shot 17-yarder here for the Hyenas. Again, a high snap. Kick is away and good. 17-yard field goal lengthens the lead to 7, but could have easily been 11 if Corky had not done his showboating too early. 17-10 at the half for Alaska. And as I mentioned, 27-0 over in Dallas. 40 seconds left to play here in Houston. Malone takes it up the middle. He will be met at the 26-yard line. And Oklahoma City will take over once again. I still can't believe that. I've never seen anything like that before. Unbelievable. 3 wide receiver set for Oklahoma City. Red Feather is going to take a deep drop, deep over to the left-hand side. Incomplete. Looking for Bovine again. Brandon Allen out there in coverage, along with 2 other Hyenas. And they were able to bat the ball down. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Renegades.
2nd and 10. Ball up at 26 yards.
31 seconds to go here in the half. Red Feather will take a deep drop instead, a short pass over the middle, 4-yard gain. And doesn't look like either team is going to elect to use their timeouts. So they will simply just let the clock bleed out and go into the half here. Maybe time for one more play. We'll see. One more play for Red Feather. Over to the left-hand side, tipped and incomplete. And in fact, we'll have time for one more play. 1 second left to go, just long enough for the Oklahoma City Renegades to punt the ball away. As Cam has mentioned in the chat, there will be a post-game show for the Western Conference at the conclusion of tonight's games. We want to get reactions for everybody here in the Western Conference after all of these games, as Corey Jones fields the punt and takes us into the half. Houston up by 7, going into halftime, as LA just gets themselves on the board as they are about to head into the half. 13-6 here in Houston for the Hyenas. Stay tuned for the halftime show. We'll be right back. And looks like both teams are set for action once again. Score from Dallas is 27-7 at the half in favor of the Roughnecks. Once again, if LA loses, Houston is in. But if Houston wins, they are also in as well, which is what the score dictates so far. Corey Jones will field it for the Hyenas at the 10-yard line. He'll bring it out to the 28. A little bit of a closer game going on in Vegas currently, as it's now 24-10 in favor of the Storm. Cantrell will have two backs in the backfield. He doesn't like what he sees. He'll change things up. Oklahoma City loading the box with 7. Hawkins gets the handoff, able to slip out of one tackler, does not make it out of the second. He'll get a gain of 2 on the play, out to the 30-yard line. And Greg Corky has been super productive. However, he could have had a touchdown added to his resume had it not been for the unforgivable showboating in the first half. Hawkins up the middle, has some room, spins out of one tackle out to the 47-yard line. A huge game for Deion Hawkins. As we get another look here, basically doing all the work himself. Great blocking up front, but just made the defense look silly as he got to the second level. A 17-yard gain for Hawkins brings up first down for the Hyenas. Cantrell will pass. He'll sling it out to Hawkins, who has some room. Gets about a 9-yard gain. Out to the 44-yard line. Second down and short.
Second and 1.
Houston with a full house formation this time around. Handoff to Hawkins. Has first down yardage and more off the right-hand side. Tackle on the play by Irvine. But Deion Hawkins is able to make it out to the 36-yard line for a first down. Hawkins excels at making himself skinny and getting through those tiny holes on the line. And that is why he is one of the more elusive backs in the SFL. 5 wide receivers this time. Cantrell will pass, tries to avoid the pressure, doesn't get away from the second, and he is brought down by Hamby for a sack. Ethan Hamby brings down Cantrell for a 5-yard loss on the play. And Cantrell did all that he could, avoided Irvine on that first hit, but not able to get away from Hamby. So second and long now for the Hyenas. Cantrell will pass again. Hit as he threw, knocked down. Billy Joe Casper knocks down the pass. But that defensive front laid the lumber on Cantrell, which forced the errant pass. Third and long for Houston. Cantrell with a short drop over to the right, tipped and knocked away. Intended for Corky on the play. That'll bring up fourth down. And Houston's going to have to punt the football. Isaac Holt with the coverage on the play.
Let's go. Your Hyenas are back to punt. Number 20 is deep to receive.
Just inside 8.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Oklahoma City fair catches it at the 13-yard line.
Be placed around 14-yard line.
And that's where Red Feather and company will take over once again. (24-10) out in Vegas still, as they are in the third quarter. 27-7, just up the road in Dallas in favor of the Roughnecks. Oklahoma City, that was a jailbreak blitz. Somehow, Red Feather is able to throw it out of bounds. And Red Feather was dead to rights on that play. I am not sure how he was able to get rid of that ball. But Marcus Jones came free on the play and wanted to eat Red Feather's lunch. From the 13, second down for Oklahoma City. Hand off to Brewster. He's been quiet tonight. Bottled up in the backfield once again. As we get a look at his numbers, he's been extremely quiet on the ground. Very rare for the lead running back in this Oklahoma City offense. Loss of 3 on the play brings up a third down and long. Red Feather has time. Deep over to the left-hand side. Incomplete. Into double coverage. Rockefeller and Brandon Allen out there on coverage. That brings up another fourth down for Oklahoma City. And we'll see if Houston wants to come after this once again. They will not. Instead, they'll set up the return at about the 40-yard line. Houston will take over with great field position at the 36 after Corey Jones brings it out for about a 4-yard return. Houston comes up to the line, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and Hawkins in the backfield. Cantrell under center. He'll hand it off to Hawkins, where he's slugged out of the backfield. Tex Savage was in there on the hit. What a vicious hit there by the safety for the Renegades. Second and 13 for the Hyenas. Cantrell will pass this time. Over the middle, almost intercepted again. That would have been Cam Michael's second interception on the night. And you got to be scratching your head looking at this pass here. Cam Michael read it the whole way. Covered DR Sim perfectly. Third down and long. Exactly 7 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Cantrell will have 5 wideouts in the gun. Deep over the middle, incomplete. Billy Joe Casper and Cam Michael were out there in coverage on DR Sim once again. And again, the Hyenas will have to punt the football. Up the road in Dallas, they are knocking on the door once again. Houston able to get the punt away. And the Hyenas will field it, but slide into the end zone. They'll mark that as a touchback. And Dallas does make it into the end zone again. Speaking of which, we have a Stephen Mullinax sighting here in the chat. Dallas up big just up the road. Red Feather will hand it off to Brewski. Brewski only able to get 2 yards. And this Houston defense has showed their teeth and not allowed this offense to get any rhythm whatsoever.
Let's go.
2nd and 8 for Red Feather. He's in the gun. Empty backfield, 3 wide receivers. Has time, over the middle, tipped in incomplete. He had Bovine out there, but Bovine could not reel it in. Dominique Porter in coverage. And that sets up another 3rd and long for the Oklahoma City Renegades. Bovine has been targeted a few times tonight, but still held without a catch. He is their big-time tight end. Play action, not sure why you would go that here. Avoids the pressure, has plenty of time, does not get rid of it, and it's too late. Sacked. Houston will force Oklahoma City to punt once again. Renegades probably got away with a little bit of a holding there. But no matter, they were able to get the sack eventually. Fourth and 13 from deep in their own territory once again. Houston will probably get great field position again from this punt, as it's fair caught just inside of Houston territory at the 48-yard line. And it looks like LA is not putting up much of a fight this evening, sadly, for the Shark fans. They are down by 27 halfway through the 3rd quarter. Cantrell deep to the left, caught by DR Sim. He's got a 1st down out to the 26-yard line. And just like that, they are within shouting distance of the end zone. 3 catches, 86 yards for DR Sim, as he just sneaks into the zone coverage, makes a nifty little one-handed grab. And is able to get a huge 1st down for the Hyenas. We'll see if they can finally get some rhythm here on offense. Alaska and Vegas now in the 4th quarter, but Alaska is still up by 14. Cantrell will hand it off to Hawkins, who has room up the middle. Billy Joe Casper slings him down to the ground inside the 10-yard line to the 9. 1st and goal, Houston. Into the SFL red zone we go. Perfect blocking up front for the Houston Hyenas. And Hawkins just makes it look easy. Four wide receivers with Hawkins in the backfield. Cantrell under center. Delayed handoff. Hawkins slips out of 1, gets it out to 3. Brought down by Michael and Irvine on the play. Situation is looking very, very good here for Houston, as they line up to go up by 14. Handoff again to Hawkins, and he waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And Greg Corky can take a page out of Hawkins' book as he celebrates once he gets into the end zone. And it looks like LA has just scored to make it a 20-point ball game out in Dallas. As the extra point is good here from the Hyenas. So a 20-6 ball game here in Houston as we head towards the end of the third quarter, just inside 4 minutes left. And Houston will kick the ball off to the Renegades. Inside the 10, Malone brings it out to about the 27-yard line. And the Renegades will try and put some points on the board. I'm sorry, Greg, I had to. It's such a crazy play. I still can't get it out of my mind. Just easy to pick on him. I'll stop. I'm sorry. 1st and 10 for the Renegades. Three-step drop for Red Feather. Slings it out to Brewski, who gets a 4-yard gain. Cody Cantrell has obviously had better numbers, even though neither quarterback has tossed a touchdown on the day. Red Feather was putting together a very efficient couple drives to start the game, and that's when Houston clamped their teeth shut. And they haven't been able to get any rhythm since. Red Feather over to the left, that's incomplete. He had Hamby open on the left-hand side, but he was well out of bounds when he caught that. (34-14) in Dallas as they tick towards the 2-minute mark in the third. Meanwhile, over in Vegas, Alaska is up 24-13 with about 8 minutes left in the fourth. That play is caught for a first down. Julian Whelan gets first down yardage on the simple little slant route. And that'll extend the drive for the Renegades. Little sidearm sling from Red Feather. Dangerous pass, as Boozer was right there.
Let's go.
And we get a look at Brewski, who has been super, super quiet today. Hats off to the Houston defense for shutting him down most of the night. Once again, shutting him down here, only able to get a yard as he was hit in the backfield. And that has been the story of the night for Pete Brewski. 2nd and 9 for the Renegades. Another handoff to Brewski. Brewski actually has some room for a change. Only able to get 5 yards, though. 3rd down and 4 for the Renegades. This is a must convert here for Oklahoma City. All the momentum in favor of Houston currently. And Oklahoma City has to do something here to swing the pendulum back in their favor. Short pass over to the left. That's complete for a first down. Hamby out there makes the catch. Extends the drive once again for the Renegades. Red Feather's going to be under center with 3 wide receivers and a tight end. He has a deep drop over the middle, caught for an 8-yard gain. This time he finds Remy Piper. And Red Feather starting to get a rhythm and spread the ball around to his many weapons he has on offense.
Second and 1 from the Renegade, 43 yards.
Second down and short from the 43 of Houston. Red Feather's going to pass again. Deep pass over to the left. Caught. Down the middle of the field was Julian Wieland. And he brings it inside the SFL red zone down to the 19-yard line. What a pass by Joseph Redfeather. Sneaks it in between John De La Rosa and Kanye Rockefeller. And sets up Oklahoma City with reasonable field position here. Red Feather's going to pass again. He slings it out to Brewski. Brewski spins out of one tackle, slips out of another, cannot make it out of the third. 5-yard gain on the play. Finally wrapped up at about the 14-yard line. As we approach 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Oklahoma City knocking on the door. Handoff to Brewski. Tries to make it out of the backfield. Only gets about maybe a yard, if that. Boozer in there on the stop. 3rd and 4. And that will be the end of the third quarter here in Houston. Hyenas up by 14, but the Renegades are knocking on the door, trying to make a ball game out of it. And it looks like Vegas just scored out west to bring that ball game closer. As Red Feather throws it on 3rd down, knocked down. Looks like that was Pumper on the play. So Oklahoma City, I would imagine, would keep their offense on the field, but no, they will go ahead and bring the field goal unit out. Vegas tried to go for 2 on that touchdown. They did not convert it. 24-19 currently out in Vegas. And Oklahoma City once again boots a field goal to narrow the gap to 9. Epstein has scored all the points tonight for Oklahoma City. And looks like Vegas failed to convert the onside kick with about 4.5 minutes left to play over there. Corey Jones will field it out to the 31-yard line. And we'll see if the Hyenas just want to try and chew some clock here. So as it stands right now, it looks like Alaska will get the number 2 seed if they are able to hold on. Well, either way, even if they lose, it's looking like a sure thing that Dallas is going to win. As Hawkins gets the handoff here, spins out of one tackle, spins out of another. He's got some room on the left-hand side. He could go all the way. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Houston. Deion Hawkins shows you why you should give him the ball every down instead of this throwing nonsense. What a play by the gold-tiered running back. Tank Savage had a chance at the diving tackle, not able to make the play, and Hawkins makes him pay. What a run by Deion Hawkins to extend the lead for Houston. High snap again. That's been the story of the night for Houston as well. But able to convert the extra point. 27-9 is your score here at Hyena Den Park Stadium. Once again, Cameron Irvine, your commissioner, will have a post-game show following all of tonight's action. We would love to hear your reaction on all of tonight's action and get your reaction for the Western Conference seeding, getting geared up for next week's playoffs. Final week of the regular season, got the Western Conference on tonight and the Eastern Conference on Monday. Red Feather with a deep drop, deep pass over the middle, knocked down again. Able to stretch out his fingers, his pumper. And that could have easily been a touchdown pass to Bovine. There's been a couple passes like that this evening that Red Feather has just missed on. As I was mentioning, Monday evening, we will have the Eastern Conference solidified for you for the playoffs. Andy Hamilton, 5 Central, 6 Eastern, will have the Carolina Skyhawks and Baltimore Crabs. And then later on, as that's knocked down and incomplete, intended for Wheeland. He's been active tonight. Later on, we'll have Queen City and Tallahassee on Rabbit. And your commissioner, Cameron Irvine, will call the final game of the regular season, St. Louis and Atlanta. Both of those games will be at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Red Feather in the gun with a third down. Play action pass. Has a man open on the right. Caught by Bovine. Finally finds his big tight end for a first down out to the 42-yard line. And the speedy tight end Bovine was able to get away from Boozer, giving himself some room for the first down. Three wide receivers for Red Feather and company from the 42-yard line. Deep drop, steps up in the pocket, hits, he threw, picked off. Picked off by Kanye Rockefeller. This time it is indeed Kanye Rockefeller with the pick. I know I said it was him last time. It was actually Dominique Porter. This time, it's Kanye Rockefeller. Read that the whole way as Red Feather just threw up a duck as he was hit right in the chops trying to make a deep pass. And this Houston defense has not allowed any sort of breathing room for the Renegade offense. Hand off to Hawkins. Hawkins able to get a 4-yard gain. Brought down on the play by Billy Joe Casper. Dallas still up 20 with 5:16 left to go in the ball game. And Vegas is down 5 with a 4th down coming up for them. Just inside of 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Irvine makes the stop on that play. Brings up a 3rd down and 6 for the Hyenas. And it looks like Vegas does not convert that fourth down, so Alaska will take over and win the ball game in all likelihood, barring a huge comeback. Cantrell throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Greg Corky trying to make a sliding catch, was not able to come up with the football. And Houston's going to have to punt once again. Alaska and Vegas finishing up out on the West Coast. As it stands right now, Alaska will have the 2 seed, barring a huge comeback from LA, as Houston kicks it away to the Renegades. It will be fair caught at the 25-yard line. And we'll see what Red Feather and company can do. Red Feather's going to be under center with Brewski in the backfield. Handoff to Brewski, who gets about a 5-yard gain out to the 29-yard line. Boozer and Rockefeller in on the stop. As we get a look at Julian Whelan's numbers, again, he has been active this evening. Bovine, I believe, has just been held to 1 catch all game. As Red Feather drops back to pass again, he's got a man on the right-hand side, tipped and incomplete. De La Rosa read that the whole way and was able to make a stretching tip and knock down the ball. Once again, my name is Eric Vinson. I am the play-by-play commentator for you for this evening. Be sure to hit the like button on the YouTube videos. It helps the league out. Thank you very, very much. As Remy Piper makes the catch there at the 41-yard line. Stop made on the play by Rockefeller. And it looks like 1:35 left to go for Vegas. And they have no timeouts remaining, trying to see what they can do to win that ball game. OKC with the ball at the 41-yard line. First down, Red Feather. Hit as he thrown, almost picked off again, but he finds Bovine. Bovine able to make first down yardage out of a terrible-looking play. And that is what your big playmakers do on offense. What a play by Tiberius Bovine. First down for Oklahoma City as they get inside Houston territory. Pitch to Brewski. Brewski slips out of one tackle. Able to slip out of another. Slugged down at the 32-yard line. 9-yard gain, and that's his longest gain of the evening, sadly. The big-time running back has been held in check by this ferocious Hyena defense. And it has just not been Brewski's night. Two wide receivers at the top of the screen for Red Feather, second and short. Handoff to Brewski. Brewski able to get first down off of continuation there. Out to the 31-yard line. And it looks like Vegas's fourth down attempt falls short. So they will have no way to stop the clock. Alaska will get out of there with a victory as Piper makes that 5-yard catch. Alaska is lined up in victory formation. They will take the victory. out in Vegas. So barring a miracle comeback from the Sharks as they hit the 2-minute warning out in Dallas, Alaska will get that 2 seed, as I mentioned earlier. Brewski gets the short pass for a yard. And that brings up 3rd and 4 for the Renegades. 2 wide receivers for Red Feather. He will pass again, deep over the middle. That's caught by Bovine. Bovine gets a first down to the 6-yard line, and Oklahoma City's going to hurry up here. Trying to catch the Houston defense off guard. Red Feather will pass again. Shifts over in the pocket, throws it into the turf as he's hit as he threw. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and goal. Pass for Red Feather, lofts it into the middle of the end zone. There were 5 hyenas by my count in the back of the end zone. Unbelievable. That was a dangerous pass by Red Feather.
Let's go.
And the final out in Alaska, or excuse me, out in Vegas. Alaska takes the victory, 24-19. As Red Feather passes over to the right-hand side, has a man caught. First touchdown of the ball game for Oklahoma City. Julian Wieland able to finally break the end zone. And Oklahoma City is not done yet. So the Storm moves to 8-4 on the year with that victory out in Las Vegas. Oklahoma City will boot the extra point through. They narrow the gap to 11 once again. So we will have 2 new playoff teams on each side of the ball, or each side of the conference this year, excuse me. As Oklahoma City lines up here for the onside kick. Houston fields it easily, and they'll take over at the Oklahoma City 37-yard line. Queen City, Sioux Falls, Dallas, and Mexico City, who was actually Santa Fe last year, were all playoff teams last year. Alaska will be a new addition, as well as Tallahassee, who will be the last remaining one on each side of the conference. Hawkins able to make it out to the 24-yard line for a first down. And Houston just wanting to bleed this clock and get out of here with a victory. And as we get a look at Dallas, LA just using their timeouts, trying to prolong the game as long as possible, but it looks like Dallas is going to come out of there with a victory. Oklahoma City showing blitz. Houston picks it up nicely as Hawkins gets about a 2-yard gain. Clock ticks inside, 4 minutes left to play in the ball game. Houston up 11. full house formation for Cantrell from the 22-yard line, 2nd and 8. Milking that clock of every second it has as Hawkins gets another 3-yard gain. So Dallas will be the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Alaska will be your number 2 seed.
Third and 4 from the Renegade, 19 yards.
And I believe that Houston will be the 3 seed. I'll have to double check on that. As Hawkins gets another handoff, that brings up 4th down. And Houston will bring on their field goal unit.
Number 3, Jonathan Field, 17 yards. Number 8, will hold the pick.
Yes, Houston will be the number 3 seed here as we creep towards the 2-minute warning. 4th down for Houston when we come back. And they're going to try and lengthen the lead to 14. Kick is away and good from 34 yards. So Houston does lengthen their lead to 14 with 1:57 left in the ball game. Kevin Bailey with the big kick. And Houston will line up to kick it away to Oklahoma City yet again. Fielded from the 10 is Malone. Malone will bring it out, and he won't even make it out to the 30-yard line, to the 25, before he's brought down by the special teams unit of Houston. So everything all but wrapped up here, as it looks like Dallas is going to get a victory. The Roughnecks will have the number 1 seed in the West, followed by the Alaska Storm at the number 2 seed, Houston Hyenas at the number 3 seed, and the Mexico City Aztecs will have the number 4 and final seed in the Western Conference. Oklahoma City trying to play hurry up here, trying to score one last time before the end of the game and the end of the season. Only a 1-yard gain from Brewski brings up 2nd and long. Oklahoma City trots back up to the line. Red Feather to throw again. Short pass to Brewski. Brewski doesn't make it past the line of scrimmage, and Oklahoma City will burn a timeout. .14 ball game with 1:17 left to go. 3rd down for Oklahoma City. Red Feather over the middle, caught but short. Piper able to make it out to the 49, but he needed a couple more yards in order to make it past the 1st down yardage. That is now 4th down for Oklahoma City. And it is final in Dallas, 34-14. The Roughnecks able to pull out the victory. Red Feather, deep pass over the middle, had a man diving attempt. It is incomplete, intended for Julian Wieland. And that will, in all likelihood, be the ball game. As we get another look here, a valiant effort by Wheeland to try and come down with that pass, just a little bit too far for him to make the play. So as we look forward to next week, Houston will play the Alaska Storm in Alaska as Cantrell takes a knee and Oklahoma City burns their last time out. And Mexico City will travel to Dallas to battle the Roughnecks. All of that coming up next week. Schedule to be announced by your Commissioner, Cameron Irvine. Speaking of which, be sure to stay tuned for his post-game show coming up at the end of this ball game. Just a couple more kneel downs here. We'll do it here from Houston. Thank you to everyone who has come out here tonight. Again, make sure you hit the like button on the video. It helps our league out immensely. As we tick towards 35 seconds left to go here. Be sure to follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL. Be sure to switch over to Discord, as we have now formed a partnership with them. Slack will be going offline on the 19th. And that will do it here from Houston. Your final score, Houston 30, Oklahoma City 16. Hyenas are going to the playoffs. As we get a look at the post-game stats, once again, stick around for Cameron Irvine. He will go ahead and have a post-game show for you guys. We want to get all of your reaction to everything here tonight from the Western Conference. So stay tuned for that. From Oklahoma City, or excuse me, from Houston, my name is Eric Vinson. Good night, everybody.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the SFL postgame show. A Saturday night football and a Western Conference slate is in the books. Your final Western Conference matchups after 14 weeks of regular season play. The 6-6, number 4 seeded Mexico City Aztecs will travel to take on the 8-4, number 1 seeded Dallas Roughnecks. For Mexico City, they make the playoffs for the second consecutive year. Last season, they were the number 1 seed and got upset by Orlando in the 1-4 matchup. Will the reverse happen to the Aztecs this time around? For Dallas, they are the first time being a number 1 seed. Second straight season in the playoffs in 3 total seasons of SFL play. One on the road in the conference semifinals in the East last year, before falling in the conference finals to Louisville. In the other matchup, the number 3 Houston Hyenas will take on the number 2 Alaska Storm. For Houston, they're back in the playoffs after a 1-season absence, finishing 5-7 last year on a Week 12 loss to Minneapolis that put the Ballers in the playoffs and took Minneapolis all the way to the championship game. For the Alaska Storm, Max Paul won Coach of the Year honors in Baltimore last year, got his own team, and impressively went 8-4 as the league's top expansion team this season. Let's open the phone lines up now that the slate is set. 210-473-8428. The line is open. A relatively drama-free evening here tonight in the Western Conference as the top 3 seeds take care of business. 559, I believe that's Mac Wavy. You're on the postgame show.
Yeah, baby, Western Conference champs, baby.
So you win congratulations, you win a title with Minneapolis as sort of the underdog, but now Dallas plays the role as a favorite heading into the playoffs. Mac, just summarize, I guess, the transition for you from winning a title in Minneapolis, going into a new organization with new ownership, and what's been different about your 2 journeys as you begin another playoff run here?
Oh, man, everything works out for itself, and, I found my way to Dallas, and I've been happy with it, but the journeys are similar. You lose the first game of the year as with the Maulers, come back and second season lose the first game of the year to OKC, and then I believe we had 4 losses with the Maulers last year too. So the records are real similar as well. Just hopefully we can make it happen like we did with the Maulers last year and finish it off.
You'll play the Aztecs, a team that gave you your worst performance of the year. I believe it was, boy, I hate to bring this up. How many interceptions was it that night? Because now you won the game, but it was quite a game.
Yeah, 6 interceptions, I believe 6 or 7. I try not to remember those type of games, but whatever it was 6 or 7, way too many. But like you said, we came through with the W. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to them coming to our house this time. And these last 2 games, man, we've been on both sides. I just want to tip my hat to my guys, man, and everybody out there making a play. Oh man, we're just happy that
Hey, sorry
it
about
could
that,
all
Mac.
come together, and we
Sorry about that, Mac. They lost audio here. Let me ask the question again. My bad, guys.
okay.
I think I pressed my hotkey again. But what I was saying to Mac was, what is his confidence level at for next week, and how excited is he to be a part of the first home playoff game for an SFL team in Dallas ever?
The confidence is at an all-time high. It's real easy to be like that when you have Gronk. I mean, it's Conk out there and Prince Escobar. You know what I mean, and my guy Reed, and and then on the other side of the ball, the flip side, you got McDaniel and you got Cabell, and then if he ain't defensive MVP, I don't know. Then there shouldn't even be a defensive MVP award. But to Loshaw, you know what I mean. So it's all coming together at the best time of the year, brother. So you know what I mean. We happy over here on this side.
Yeah, let's touch on Troy LaShaw very briefly. 15 intercept. Like, this guy's season is unbelievable. He had a 60-yard interception return for a touchdown. So he has 15 interceptions, which is an SFL record. He crushed the SFL record. Alex Dominguez, the number 2 seed in Alaska, has set the sack record. He had 22 and a half coming into the night. I would say that those two are probably the top 2 in consideration for MVP in the SFL, considering how they've helped their teams. Do you feel like, the order is LaShaw 1, Dominguez 2? Do you feel like someone else should be more in the mix, or, what do you think?
I like that quarterback E.T. King in Tallahassee. You know what I mean, setting the ball high for all of us. So I think he should be in there. I mean, to me, LaShaw, he's a game changer, though. I mean, if you haven't seen him these past couple of weeks, you just can't throw the ball because bad things happen when you do. And today he showed you he could do some stuff after when he catches the ball after the catch, with that pick six, his second of the year. I mean, 15 interceptions. The dude has more interceptions than half the receivers in this league have touchdowns. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, man. But we respect Dominguez out there in Alaska too. I'm always gonna give my guy the nod. I'm spade to spade. I'm gonna call it how I see it. But I mean, we got the number 1 seed. We beat Alaska early in the year, and I just believe, LaShaw, man. I mean, like I said, if he don't get MVP, I understand, but defensive MVP, I just believe it's his. Not taking no credit away from Dominguez, though. They're balling out there too. So, tip my hat to them.
Well, by Tuesday, we'll have final stats from the season, and we'll begin the voting for all of the honors this year. Mac Wavy, best of luck to you in the playoffs. You're back at it again. Very hard-fought season, but the Roughnecks are really controllers of their fate. And depending upon what happens tomorrow, Monday night, against between Tallahassee and Queen City, Dallas could have a share of the best record in the league. It would be a 3-way tie, in which case I'm trying to remember in what scenario. Actually, no, it would be a 4-way tie at 8-4, and things would get really wacky with those tiebreakers trying to figure out who's going to host the championship game. Or Tallahassee could take care of business and put all that to bed and control their own destiny in that regard. So, Mac, thanks so much for joining us.
No problem. Good game to Matt Self and those L.A. Sharks, too. Have a good one.
All righty, open line, 210-473-8428. Want to tip my cap to Andy Hamilton, the interim head coach of the Los Angeles Sharks. Did a valiant effort trying to turn around that franchise, trying to get the guys hyped up. Matt South, Ghost Cat, those guys in that camp. The final game played of the tumultuous San Francisco Bulldog / Los Angeles Shark franchise is put to rest tonight as the Sharks finish 5-7 and on the outside looking in. Vegas finishes 4-8. OKC finishes last in the West at 4-8, but the Renegades certainly better than their record, as was Vegas, who I believe ended the season losing 4 in a row by single digits. That is quite shocking how they just could not pull out any close victories. And then the Sharks really, when cross-conference started to have a meltdown in a number of ways. Really good start to the season, but too much to overcome for Los Angeles. We'll take your calls, 210-473-8428. And you see the playoff matchups on the screen. Both tremendous matchups. Both games, these teams met just once. As we'll pull up those stats as we're waiting for another caller, as we'll probably be breaking down these matchups the entire week. You're on the SFL postgame show. Who do I have?
Hey, Cam, it's Eric Vinson.
Hey, Eric. Why'd you come up as a private number?
I'm using Hangouts. I figured I didn't want to get off my computer yet.
Okay. Well, you had the call of tonight's game. You got to see Houston in action, but you're likely going to call one of these games as the early part of the SFL playoffs on Sunday. How do you think about, or what do you think about how the Western Conference shook out and played out?
Well, I mentioned it in the broadcast. We had two of these teams last year. You mentioned it as well, Santa Fe / Mexico City. It was looking great last year. Just ran into a buzzsaw, wasn't able to make the championship game. And Dallas was in there as well. I think they were a 4 seed, if I'm not mistaken.
3 seed.
3 seed. I'm sorry. But they both looked really, really good, and both Houston and Alaska. Hats off to Alaska for coming out with the best record for the expansion teams this year, getting the 2 seed in the playoffs. They look tough. Their defense is tough. Dallas is super tough. I just said it in the chat 2 seconds ago. All these teams definitely deserve to be here.
And really, honestly, when you look at all these teams, you say any one of these teams could win a championship. Like there's not a single. And what's amazing. By the way, Matthew Boozer tonight. I don't know if anybody noticed. 23 tackles. 23. 18 solo, 5 assisted. That has to be an SFL record. I don't remember anyone ever getting 23 tackles in a game. So you've got Matthew Boozer, and of course Kanye Rockefeller's a huge leader on this Hyena defense. You've got Pablo Zamora, arguably, in the conversation for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Probably not MVP, but Ajumu Afalabi also in there. Alex Dominguez, Troy LaShaw. This Western Conference is full of defensive superstars. It's amazing.
Yep. Absolutely. And it was funny. I was watching, just on that first drive, I was noticing how many times I was pointing out Boozer's name.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that it came out to that many tackles. Oh, my God. Speaking of which, sorry about Greg Corky. I know I kind of harped on him a little bit, but
You should have.
I could not believe that. Could not believe that.
I have never seen anything like I said in the chat. I think somebody called him on his phone or put a bug in his ear in his helmet that Dallas was up 20, and he was just so excited that he just felt like he didn't need to score that touchdown. Like it's amazing. The timing was impeccable.
Oh my God, I know. That was just a zany play. We've had a few of those this year, though.
Yeah, we definitely have. In the LA game, Mike Tatum caught a touchdown midair, and then he got hit and he dropped it, and they gave him a touchdown because the ball was across the plane. Since the SFL is complete the catch rules. So I guess they gave him the score, but it was definitely a wonky play for sure. The ball ends up at the 5-yard line, and it's a touchdown.
Unbelievable.
So we've seen our fair share of Incredible plays. Well, Eric, out of the two games, is there any one, or is there any particular matchup on the field, maybe is the better question, that you were the most excited about watching play out?
Oh man, that's so tough. Because all of these teams play great defense. I can't think of really any particular team that has just a dynamic offense. I mean, Dallas obviously, with Mac Wavy throwing the ball. But you can make the same excuse for Mexico City with Matt Wilson. Matt Wilson has his games where he just goes off.
Mexico City, they are a little bit more offensive. It's their average score is about 30-28. But
Yep.
I understand what you're saying. The star power on their defense is most certainly there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I'd go with that 4-1 matchup, which sounds kind of silly, but I think that would actually be a great game, probably the better game of the two if I had to choose right now.
Oh man, it's because of Corky, isn't it? God, you hate that guy. I mean, the last time the Alaska and Houston just played a few weeks ago, it was 23-21, and Alaska won the game on a game-winning field goal with 1 minute to go. But that's fine. You say Mexico City, Dallas.
I will say Mexico City, Dallas.
To be fair, while we have you here, obviously both the matchups are pretty outstanding. Dallas won 30-27 in their only meeting. That was in Mexico City. And in that game, Dallas had 203 more yards of offense, but because Wavy threw 6 picks, it was anybody's game that night. That was a pretty wild game. And Zamora had 2 interceptions in that one, and Afolabi had a pick 6. So those guys are bound to show up.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's going to show. I mean, it's playoff time. Everyone's going to show up. You're either in or you're out.
Yeah. Well, Eric, good luck to the Swarm on Monday. All you guys have to do is you're in a similar position as Houston was tonight. Just win and you're in, and there's no problems, and it doesn't matter what happens in the early game between Carolina and Baltimore. So we'll see how it all shapes out on Monday, and who knows? Maybe we'll get a little bit more drama on a Monday. We were pretty drama-free tonight. Pretty drama-free
tonight. Yeah. Not as much drama as we were hoping for, I think, but it was still a good night of action. It was great to have it all at once like this.
Of course, we love drama on the field. Mexico City just sat back on a bye and said, "All right, let's go." Eric, thanks so much for your time.
All right, Cam. We'll see you Monday. Go Swarm.
All righty, open line now, 210-473-8428. We want to hear from everybody. We've heard from Dallas. We heard from the man that was on the Western Conference call tonight. Would love to hear from Mexico City, from Houston, from Alaska, covering and reacting to the Western Conference as it all played out tonight. And it certainly was a fascinating evening, a fascinating season in the Western Conference. It was just really razor tight the entire season. And strangely enough, at the end of the season, when all the dust settled, there was no denying who the top 4 teams in the West were. 918, I believe this is Dion Hawkins. You're on the SFL Postgame Show.
Man, what's up? It's D. Hawkins in the building.
All right, describe to me that beautiful run you had in the third quarter. That was maybe your finest of the year.
Yeah, it was definitely the finest of the year. I mean, all the defense, they were doing pretty good bottling me up, but I had to get loose on it one time. I had to take it back to last year with the Dragons. But yeah, it was a good run, though.
I mean, everybody was saying, or at least the Houston's coaching staff was saying, let's go, let's run the ball, let's pound the rock, let's get it done. And then at the end of the night, you end up near 200 yards. I believe about $175 is what you finished up with. But, Houston gets in as the 3 seed, had a chance at a 2. It would have been a challenge. You would have needed a LA win, and then you guys would have needed to win big.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out. But you guys basically got what most scenarios said you were going to get as the 3 seed. And you have to go back to Alaska, which I believe when you guys were there last, that was the only game that Alaska's had snow this year.
Yeah, I remember that game vividly. So yeah, it had all the dice fell. It worked out exactly how I wanted because I know me and my fellow Hyenas, we want to make up for that loss in Alaska. Alaska got a great team, and we went there and it was snowing last time. That was a good game. Went all the way down to the very last play, I think. So yeah, this is actually everybody might be hesitant about going to Alaska, but I'm actually looking forward to it because I know we're gonna run the ball because it's probably gonna be snowing. So I'm trying to eat, and unless we get it out of the air, it works out better for us. When we can pound the rock and consistently use our running game, we usually come out on top. So I like the way all the dice fell.
Well, that game is going to be an interesting chess match because obviously Alaska knows that. Alaska has big Alex Dominguez in there at defensive tackle.
Right.
That's going to be a fascinating matchup. But Dion, for the first time, you get to enjoy the SFL playoffs. Greg Corky gets to enjoy the SFL playoffs as a coach and co-owner. While Houston made it to the SFL title game a year back, it's largely sort of a new group, led, of course, by Damon Simeon. So how pumped are you for that run and that experience, enjoying your first trip to the playoffs with a lot of other first-timers, Alex Dominguez, Evan Carroll, DJ Drew, everybody over there involved with Alaska?
Right. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, we already knew before we even started the season. This was what me, Sim, and Porky was talking about in the beginning. Like, we know the history and how good and how much they almost won. So this was kind of like a revamp year, like retool. Like he brought us over from DC, brought in other pieces, and we do. Even though we had some tough losses during the season, this was our ultimate goal. As long as we can get in, we feel like we can win it. We don't care if it was 5-5, 6-6, 10-0, whatever the case may be. As long as we can get in, we feel that we got the team and the pieces that can go all the way. So I'm excited about it being my first time because last year I didn't get close to the playoffs. So the fact that I'm actually feel like I'm playing for something bigger than just playing just to be playing, then I'm be ready to go. I'm trying to go for 200 every game, whatever we can do to win it. Because now that I'm in it, I'm satisfied with that, but it don't mean nothing if we don't win the ship. So I'm ready. I'm geek for it.
And Houston actually made the championship game as the number 3 seed. Something about that number 3 seed recently has been magical for squads across the playoffs. So how about the other matchup across the bracket, Mexico City Dallas? How do you think that pans out?
Just based off how I mean, I'm scared of Mexico City. I ain't really scared of them, but they got a dangerous team. They the sleeper coming in. Everybody 1 through 3 is strong, but I feel like Mexico City is just as good as any of the other 3.
Those two teams,
I'm gonna have to get an edge to them.
Those two teams are both of your rivals in Houston.
Right,
Which is
exactly. So that's why I like how it panned out because we get to go to Alaska, avenge that loss, and then I think Dallas gonna win. I mean, I like Mexico City, but just how Dallas team is with the defense, Cabell coming off the edge and Wavy and them, I have to get an edge to Dallas. I mean, they number 1 team. They came in there and beat the brakes off us last time we played, so definitely that's gonna be a good matchup. All of them is gonna be good matchups, and the West, you could anywhere from 1 to 6. Anybody can beat anybody, so it's kind of just lucky the teams that got in, and because everybody just ain't no more easy games at all going forward.
All right, Dion. Well, best of luck next Sunday, and we'll see you on the new broadcast package, whichever one, of course, is getting little slight teasers here and there. We'll see where Houston, Alaska falls in the schedule, and we're hyped for playoff time, baby.
Yep, already. I'll see y'all later. Everybody have a good one, and go Houston. All right, later.
All right, see ya. 210-473-8428 open line. We've heard from Dallas. We've heard from Houston. Let's see if we can hear from Alaska or Mexico City. Let's see if anybody outside of Texas wants to give the show a buzz as we will be wrapping up the SFL regular season here in the next couple of days. I do want to revisit the potential for a 4-way tie for the league's top record. This is going to come down to cross-conference. So Alaska beat Sioux Falls, lost to Dallas, did not play Tallahassee. So Alaska would be 1-1 in that scenario. Dallas, in cross-conference play, beat Sioux Falls, lost to Tallahassee, but beat Alaska. So Dallas is 2-1 in that scenario. For Tallahassee, they beat Dallas. They did not play Alaska, and they lost to Sioux Falls, so they would be 1-1 in that scenario. And then Sioux Falls, they lost to Alaska. They beat Tallahassee, and they lost to Dallas. They would be 1-2. So if Tallahassee loses Monday night to Queen City, and all of those teams end up 8-4, if Dallas makes the SFL championship game, they would, I believe, although we'd have to, I guess technically Dallas would not have home field necessarily, because it depends on who Dallas would face in the championship game, or Alaska, or Sioux Falls, or Tallahassee. But I'm just giving you an idea of if it mattered at the end of the regular season and all four teams were 8-4, who would be considered technically the number one overall seed? It would be the Dallas Roughnecks by a slight margin. So again, 210-473-8428. We'll leave the line open for just a little bit longer to see if anybody from across the Western Conference wants to call in and shed their reactions. Great seasons for the teams that didn't make it. Let's acknowledge their runs for just a moment. Vegas actually lost 5 games in a row. They were 4-3 after beating Tallahassee 49-42 on March 5th. They lost 5 games in a row, all by one possession. 3-4, 7-3, and 5 points. That is a tremendous disappointment for a really talented team over there in Vegas. For Oklahoma City, they lose 5 of their last 6 games, and those losses by 2, 3, and 2 were killer, especially the 17-14 loss to Dallas in overtime at home after having an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, and the 30-28 loss to Sioux Falls, in which they left 6 points off the board with missed field goals, an extra point got blocked, and a missed 2-point conversion. And then Los Angeles finishing 5-6. They started 3-1. The Sharks lose 6 of their last 8, and that is the trend. If you don't win at the end of the season, you're not probably making the playoffs. 9:03, you're on the SFL postgame show.
Hi, Stephen Mullinax, Dallas Roughnecks.
Stephen, congratulations on what will be the first home playoff game for an SFL team in Dallas.
Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't realize that. Very honored to have that happen. Very honored to be in the position that we are in. We have some absolutely great owners and coaches in this league, and this conference. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm in it, but this Western Conference has been so competitive, and it's been so back and forth for every team. I am really just honored to be where we are, and honored to play the competition that we do play.
Yeah, it's razor tight across the league and getting tighter each and every week as some teams at the bottom of the standings sort of start to pack their bags and get prepped for next season. But there are plenty of teams at the top. I don't think that anyone can say that there is a single team that is not a championship contender this year, unlike any other.
Yeah, I mean, the parity, and we've said this all season, it's ridiculous. How even the teams that seem to be near the bottom of the standings, Mexico being one of them when the season started, that have just risen up and claimed a playoff spot or have the opportunity to do so on Monday, which has a great slate of games to watch. So, yeah, these playoffs, I think, partly because of the exodus of some of the older guard that left after the end of last season, but also that you're giving younger coaches and owners like myself more time to learn the playbooks and be and build learning how to build their team, and we're seeing that maturity. And then you got a guy like Mighty, who comes in and it's just almost instantly good. So,
sorry, you heard what I said, but Nobody else did. I muted. I muted my
Oh,
my
oh,
my
okay, good.
my lovely girlfriend is back from her
I was
travels.
That shocked me. I thought you were calling me baby, and I was like, "We're not doing this on the air, are we?" I
It's,
mean,
it's
I
the
mean, I
SFL
didn't want to
playoffs.
come out
Anything
like
can
this.
happen.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought we were going to wait till next weekend when we were actually together live to announce our relationship. But now that we're here, tell them the great news, I guess.
So let's false, totally false. Let's talk about next weekend. You're gonna be in on the calls for the last two games of a quadruple header of
Yep.
SFL playoff action. I'm
Wow.
guessing you would prefer Dallas play in the early game, so you don't have to sweat it out on the air, and you'll get to just enjoy that with me probably on the big screen in the other room or something. What do you think about next weekend?
No, not necessarily. You forget that last season I had to cover two of my own games.
Yes, I know.
And I thought I did a pretty good job of being unbiased. So, although maybe inside that wasn't the case, but when you're sitting in that chair beside you, and although it's not a real we're just in a room, but it's not like a super professional environment. It's really chill.
All right, that's cool.
But,
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Well, you know what I mean. It's very relaxed. It's not like we're in a press box.
Right. It's very
like we
classless,
normally
is what
are.
you're saying. Keep going.
Right. And but having you beside me and hearing your voice, doing the play-by-play, and it's just right there, it really draws you in. And I know that you're fully committed to what you're doing, and you're in it, man. You're not being distracted by anything. You're really in it. And I just feel like it's really easy. It's a really easy avenue when you're sitting beside the guy with this much commitment and got that voice to get drawn into. And so at those times, I really don't feel like, the coach or the owner. I feel like, a color commentator sitting there, analyzing the game. So it's really easy to get lost in the illusion of it all when you're actually there. So I wouldn't mind doing my own game. If we lose in an early game, you might not get like my best attitude.
That's true.
I mean, I'll certainly try, but I may be a little depressed. It might be a kind of depressing commentary. I'll try not to be. I'll have to drink a lot of, we'll go down to that pizza place, get me a Red Bull, we'll be fine. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited to go in and have another bid at doing it because I really feel like I could do a better job than I did last year, try to build on what I did last year. So my number one concern is that the audience enjoys it, and we get a great game. And those are the things that I really want. I could really care less who's in it other than knowing who I need to study prior to the game itself.
Yeah, I all fair points. I wonder if I'm going to be able to handle the fist pounds on the desk and the bah in my ear at all the big plays that you're watching, trying to contain yourself for.
Yeah, I gotta remember that. I gotta remember that. I just part of I have been trained, as we all have, to be watchers and to enjoy it here in our own atmospheres and our own rooms and things. And so you just have to remember that, I need to kind of do a little work here and talk about what just happened and not just kind of react to it. So, we need a funny Steve is what Dwayne said. I'm going to do my best, bud. Cam has to draw it out of me a little bit, but I'll do what I can.
Yeah, you have to be funny or it's a no-go. Same goes to James Richards.
Yeah.
You better come in here with some humor or people are going to hate you. We all know that DeMond is funny and my dad is funny looking, so we've got all that squared away. And
it was like sitting beside two Kevin Harts last time when we did the championship game. So I'm gonna have to bring my funny bone with me, I guess. But I'll do my best. I don't know. We may need to do a little drinking beforehand. Can I say that?
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get flagged for that.
Okay,
Alrighty,
good.
Steven.
Good.
Well, we'll see you here for the call in what is that? 8 days, and for the
Yep.
slate of games and slate of action, and yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be in both conferences, incredible playoff matchups. There's no doubt about that.
Well, let me say this. I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations to all the teams that played tonight, whether you won or lost. If you won, congratulations on making the postseason. If you lost, hey, you know what? We're here to have fun. It's been a great time, and there's always next season. So be excited for that and the potential of what's to come. And finally, I do want to mention this. On our website, thelandryhat.com, we just posted a story and published a story about my time going up there last weekend to go see the team that Cam is the director of communications for the Texas Revolution in the champion indoor football. Can I say league? I know it's just championship indoor football, but all right, don't say league. But had a great time with him up there. Got to watch a game in the press box, and I wrote about my experience. So go check that out if you have a chance. LandryHat.com.
We got to meet Mike Davis, who promptly exited tonight's game after we gave him crap all week last week about not doing anything on the field, and then this happened.
Well, you know, when we went to the game, the live game last week, and he did look a little gimpy to me. So it didn't totally throw me off when he got hurt. We actually went to this place called Liberty Burger, and he downed a double patty and a large fry, and I looked at him like, you got a game next weekend, right? And he was starting to look a little pudgy. So we may have to have some kind of a Biggest Loser type event this week to try and get him down to playing weight.
Who else is going to be in that contest? Well, Rick O'Reilly. Who else we got?
Shoot, me, I'll be in that. I'll be in there too. I need it. There's no doubt about that.
All right. Well, we'll see. Let's stop it there before I get into some trouble and you get into even more trouble because it's your fault.
Yes, sir. We'll do it.
All righty.
All right. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see you next weekend. Thanks,
all right.
guys.
See you next weekend, Stephen. Folks, we're all done here. Houston, Alaska, Dallas take care of business on a very undramatic, non-dramatic. How do you say it? Ooh, can't let this go away. Let's get Mighty on the call real quick. Mighty, congratulations.
Well, thank you, Cam. Appreciate the love. And I heard her rap. I was like, no, too late. I'm like, yes. So, thank you for taking me on, sir. It is greatly appreciated. I just want to, congratulate the Storm for putting together a successful first year. And, it's far from done. We're in the dance. We're hosting, so there's one more game in Alaska. Things are beautiful right now. Things are beautiful.
Doesn't it suck that when it's all said and done, a game way back in week 2, it means you're not the number 1 seed in the West? Like that, it's just got to be the most frustrating thing in the world as an owner who's done so much since week 2.
Yeah, but at the same time, hey, that's why they say every game matters. Every game matters. Like, I live in South Florida, as most people know, so there's a lot of Heat fans around me, and they're upset because the Heat didn't make the playoffs. Well, the Heat started off on the worst ever. Matter of fact, they said the records for like the best finish after such a terrible start, but they're not in the playoffs because every game matters. No matter the length of the season, every game matters. So, in Dallas, in week 2, Dallas bested us, and they deserve to be that top seed. But that's okay. We showed that we deserve to be in the playoffs. And if we take care of business, we'll probably see them again. And we'll let them know how much we deserve to be on the field with them and may the best team win. So right now I'm just happy we're hosting. We get to happy news in Alaska again. I'm praying and hoping for some more inclement weather because that was a magnificent game we played a couple of weeks ago. So, I am overjoyed today. Okay, we could just put a beautiful bow on the season. It was a nice highlight footage everywhere. Big Sexy setting records. Beakley, I think he just trucked another defender. It's just things shaped up nicely in Alaska. We know who we are. We're going to game plan and get ready for Houston the best we can for this upcoming Sunday, and let the chips fall where they may.
Monty, we got to run, but glad we got to get you on the call, and good luck to you in the playoffs next week.
Thank you, Cam. Have a good Easter. I will hear you on Monday.
All righty, sounds good. We've heard from every team but Mexico City here tonight. That's a wrap for the SFL postgame show. I'm SFL Commissioner Kevin Irvine. Thanks so much to Eric Vinson, who was on the call for tonight's Houston and Oklahoma City game. Congrats to great seasons to Oklahoma City, owner Michael Irvine, Los Angeles, interim head coach Andy Hamilton and company, and to Las Vegas's Ronnie Nickens. Congrats to a very hard-fought season, and a season that if it was played all out again, maybe all three of those teams make the playoffs. The Western Conference is set. What will the Eastern Conference look like? Monday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. I will have the call with Atlanta, St. Louis. Tallahassee and Queen City will be on Rabbit. The matinee at 5 o'clock will be Baltimore and Carolina, which will eliminate one more team from playoff contention and keep one alive and cheering for St. Louis in prime time. Thanks to everyone who supports the Simulation Football League on the daily. Don't forget, if you're not on Discord yet, get on it. Slack gets shut down in 4 days. We're out of here. See you Monday. Happy Easter. Peace.